Oh, well, we want some Popeye arms, just like Mr. Ral Demone. Well, congratulations. We are so proud of you. And now we are spending time in the kitchen because a dose of goodness is something you can always expect right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And speaking of breakfast, we are inspiring you with this brekkie recipe that is really set to make your morning super exciting. Now, these are our spinach and feta breakfast pockets. These are great to make ahead of time, and you can just grab them when you have a very busy morning. And of course, we're going to add a Krush juice and a breakfast on the go, and you are absolutely sorted. Now, here to help us out is the one and only Gabby San Giorgio to take us through this delicious recipe. And while you get started, I'm going to pour our Krush 100% apple juice right here. There we go. Okay, so Gabby, when it comes to making these little pockets, what's the first thing we start with?
So we are obviously going to start with the filling, because obviously we have phyllo pastry here, which is already ready to go. Thank you so much. And I've now started slow cooking some onions. You want to kind of slow cook these because they're nice and soft and translucent.
You don't want to burn them.
Don't want to burn them. I mean, I like crispy onions, but I feel like this matter, you want to have them a bit more softer.
I'm way too impatient, so I need to learn to slowly cook the things.
You know, I think the trick is just finding something else to do without forgetting what you're doing. That's the only other thing.
That is the secret.
So what I've got here is I have got some, obviously, onions that have been cooking down, and we've now got some chopped spinach, as you spoke of earlier, for the Popeye arms.
Here we go.
I'll Swiss chard over here. So I prefer, from a spinach perspective, rather use the chard than the baby spinach.
Okay, baby spinach is great for fresh and in a salad.
Salad smoothies, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you said, the Swiss chard holds its shape a little bit better, especially if you're going to be cooking it.
Yes, otherwise it just becomes all very flimsy and just
mushy
and watery.
Yeah,
it's just not a vibe. No, it's like clump in one.
It's like baby food.
No, it is like baby food. So we've got so our cooking over here. We're going to cook that for about a minute. And then all we're going to be doing is then adding in our eggs, which we're going to then quickly scramble. We've got then our feta, which we're going to toss in as well, and some salt and pepper. So super simple. I'll actually add the salt in now, and our pepper.
And I love that you really get to play with this recipe. Of course, we are focusing on some spinach, onion, and feta. But if you want to be, if you're a bacon person and you would love to add that to your breakfast, your breakfast pocket, that's something you can do. Gabby's vegetarian, so we're going for this delicious veggie option. And I have to say, I have a weakness for spinach and feta together.
Oh, love
winning
spinach
combo.
and feta. Yeah, this recipe, it's almost like kind of like the Greek spanakopita kind of play on that, so making it more breakfasty with the scrambled eggs.
Yes, and this is also great if you're going to be making it for a large group of people. Like you said, you can prep a lot of the things beforehand.
And children, guys, you want things, as you said, quick and easy that you can make ahead of time.
And you're soon going to have 2 under 2, right?
Oh, I'm stressing here. I'm excited for them, for the bond. Apparently, it's lovely. For me, from a selfish perspective.
You'll be fine. You'll just make them loads of spinach and feta pocket squares. You give them some 100% goodness from Krush, because you know what? You get 100% fruity, tasty goodness in a glass, and it is the best accompaniment to any meal, or even when you are feeling peckish, or if the kids want something refreshing, it really is a great option.
So wow, we've added the egg, we've added the feta. I'm going to allow that just to cook a little bit, because fortunately we have a ready-made one. So
gotta love TV cooking.
Yeah, it's great.
TV cooking's amazing. Everything's prepared for you. You don't have to do dishes. Like, this is my kind of cooking.
No. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's magically done for you. So we obviously got our phyllo pastry over here. We did a lightly dusted floured surface so it wouldn't stick. And hopefully it doesn't. Otherwise, it's going to make my life way more fun right now.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is simply just cut this into squares. So we're going to do this nice and neatly over here.
Ah, there we go.
And I did not do that. That one's much bigger. That's fine. That's the smaller portions.
Those are for the kids.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to your filling, you obviously don't want to overfill your pocket, because then everything's going to be oozing out.
Everything's going to ooze out. You're completely correct here. So I'm going to put some of our into one.
Ooh, look at that.
And the nice thing with phyllo or phyllo pastry is that because it sticks so nicely, you don't have to worry about too many things going wrong here. And then we've got some
a little bit of cheese,
just because we can, and then it like melts into it as well, which is lovely. That's why I'm like OCD. This just needs to move away from my surface. So now all I'm going to do is simply just take our pocket and quickly just fold it over.
And look at that. It stretches. It's nice. You can make sure you seal it properly. We are adding a little bit of flour.
Yes, just to kind of, it doesn't clump up on the surface.
And you seal it up like that.
And literally just seal it up. So it's nice and neat. So I'm going to kind of cut this away from here. And then all we're going to do then is I'm going to then pop it on our baking tray. And I just want to make sure it doesn't stick. Yeah, so kind of just, yeah, if it starts sticking a little bit, you just grab
Just
some
add a
extra
little bit of flour
underneath it and it will, you know.
There we go. Well, this is fun. This is something, if you've got little ones at home, it is school holidays, a fun recipe for breakfast. We're going to brush it with a little bit of
please.
egg.
We've got a bit of an egg wash over here. And the final thing we're going to do is just sprinkle with a little bit of our sesame seeds just for a bit of crunch. So it looks all nice and pretty.
And of course, here are our sesame seeds. And just
it's beautiful.
Crunchy scrunch. And we'll pop that into the oven.
Pop that into the oven. And as you can see, we've got ready-made ones.
Well, we do have ready-made ones. If you would love to get your hands on this delicious recipe, it is available on our website. That's expressoshow.com. And I'm just going to show you by taking a little bite about like the crunchiness. It's all about the crunchiness.
All about the crunch.
The crunch is there.
Good.
The feta, egg, spinach flavors are coming through. This is 100% amazing. Thank you, Gabby.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Well, if you want to get your hands on this recipe, expressoshow.com.
Yes, bring the family. 100%. Your cousin's coming over. Get the crush and I'll get the ice. The whole family.
More Krush Milk, 100% refreshing, 100% goodness.
Made with love by Clover.